Shabbat Shalom, Hag Sameach, and welcome to another edition of the East Northport Jewish Center Shabbat Supplementary video series, and this week, Shavuot. I'm your co-host, Chazan Steenwaldek, along with Rabbi Ian Silverman. We welcome you to a jam-packed session which will have excerpts from Hallel, Akdamut, the Torah reading Haftara, the book of Ruth, who knows what else? As much as we can get in, hopefully under an hour. We're going to jump right in with an excerpt from Hallel taken from Psalm 114. Take it away. Malecha hayam, malecha hayam, kitanu, kitanu, hayarde, hayarde, tisof le'achor, tisof le'achor.
Shabbat Shalom and Good Yontif, as we're doing 2 days in one with this YouTube. I am very delighted to be here to introduce our Torah reading today, a momentous Torah reading in which Moshe and the people received the Torah standing at the foot of the mountain. In it, there's an interesting description of how God says, put a fence around the mountain for the purpose of receiving this Torah. And when the shofar blows louder and louder, Hema Yalu Bahar. Now, there's two ways of understanding this. One is this fence is for the purpose of when it sounds louder and louder, the people shouldn't go up over the fence. But it also could be understood on its literal meaning, which simply means when the shofar sounds louder and louder, as the Torah is about to be given, all should then go up beyond the fence, meaning that all should ascend with Moshe to the top of the mountain. God wanted, in fact, to give this in an intimate setting at the pinnacle of where earth met heaven. The people were fearful. They did not go up. Moshe did not make them go up, and only later does God call upon Moshe to ascend onto the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights. The people hear the Torah or the Ten Commandments being given audibly. Mipi Hagvura goes the rabbinic tradition, directly from God's mouth, as it were, although there are those that contend that they heard only the first two mitzvot, and they had such chil in the ra'adah, such trembling and fear that they were not able to listen directly. They feared that their souls would be extinguished, and so they asked Moshe to receive the remainder of the Torah for them. Torah tziva lanu Moshe morasha kilat Israel goes Devarim. The Torah was given to us by commandment of Moshe, indicating that after the first two commandments, in fact, Moshe received the word absolutely directly and was the filter for the people in receiving it from heaven. By the way, the gematria of Torah is, in fact, the numerical equivalent of the word Taf Vav Resh Hey, which is Torah, is 611, too shy of the amount of mitzvot, 613 in the Torah. We now begin with the reading very shortly, but on Shavuot there is a custom of Akdamut, which is said after the Kohen is called up as the first Aliyah. Akdamut is an absolutely beautiful and eloquent poem, piyut it's called, in Aramaic from the early Middle Ages, and by a man by the name of Naharai, who tells us about the splendor and the experience, the unimaginable and ineffable experience. The angels were there and so forth and so on, that the people were chosen and raised to the point where they could hear the Torah, that this became God's people, a people that would forever be in intimate relationship with God upon having agreed to receive it. We now...
Akdamut for Shavuot is found on page 222. It is normally done as a responsive with the congregation, so feel free to sing along with my friend who will be helping out. Akdamut milin v'sharayut shuta Avla shakel nahar man urshuta Bevave terei utlat eftak benakshuta Bevare devare vetare adelek jashuta Yevuran al min le vela sefek pirishuta Givili lurikie Kene kol hurshata Dio Eloyame v'chome kenishuta Daire arasafre v'rashme rav shvata Adar mare shemaya v'shalit beyabeshta Hakem alma yechidai v'chabeshe b'chabeshuta Uvla leo shachlele uvla tishashuta Uva taklila deleit ba meshashuta Zamin kol avidte bechak yome shita Zehor yikare ali ale charsiye de eshata Chayal elef alefin vribo leshamshuta Chadatin nevot litzafrin zagiyat rashuta. Call on Rabbi to continue in English.
Page 223. All the celestial beings join in a chorus of praise. In unison they call to one another, all the earth is full of glory of the thrice Holy One. In a mighty roar, as the thundering noise of vast waters, moving amidst the heavenly spheres, where the divine light grows brilliant, the angelic hosts proclaim their words of adoration. Praise be God's glory by every whispering lip, from the place of his abode, which is everywhere. All the celestial hosts roar their response in awe. The splendor of God's dominion is acclaimed from age to age. Yet dearer to God than this is a song of his children of Israel, rising to him morning and evening in free outpourings of adoration. Chosen to be the faithful servants of God's will, they continually rehearse God's praises, who summoned them in love to pursue the labors of Torah, and accepts their supplications and entreaties, which weave a crown of glory for the Almighty. The Eternal cherishes their prayers and keeps them ever before him, thus declaring the greatness of Israel, who reiterate that God is one. Israel acclaims the glory of the ruler of the universe and offers God's homage before kings and princes. They all gather and ask in wonder, who is your beloved, O fair one, for whom you brave the perils of the lion's den? If you but join our fold, we would cover you with splendor and glory. In every land would we ratify you, your every wish. A wise reply is Israel's. How can you know God with your foolish minds? How compare the glories you bestow with the glory that is God's, with the splendor of God's deeds in the hour of our deliverance? When the light divine will shine on us, while darkness covers your mocking multitudes, when God will manifest his glorious might and render his foes their due, and triumph to the people abounding in virtue, whom God has loved. Joy unmarred will reign in the hearts ennobled, pure. Jerusalem will rise again. Her exiled children will come back to her. Day and night God will send his glory on her and build in her anew his sacred shrine of praise. The righteous will possess the reward for their service. They will dwell before their Creator, arrayed on golden thrones, with 7 steps ascending, resplendent as the azure of the skies and the brightness of the stars. They will acclaim God. It is God we trusted with faith unyielding in the days of our captivity. God will lead us forever, renewing us with the glee of youthful dancers. Chazan will now conclude the Akdamut prayer.
We conclude in the Aramaic, page 225. Yad bar lan al min ale min midamota Menat dilan demil kadmin paresh be'aramuta Tilele deliv tayatan v'tortura muta V'chad kisavich v'aved kerabuta Be'karnohi menagach behemot rerav arvuta Yekartanun dekivle Bitzitsoi bigvurta Mekarev le barye becharbe ravrevata Ariston de tzadike yetaken v'sheruta Mesacharina le taked echad kod v'gumarta Negidin kamehon afarsamon naharata Umit pankin bravo bechaser vayata Chamarmarat demi bereshit netir be naavata Zakain kad shemat hun shevachda shirata Kiviin kentehefon Behanahu havurata Vetiskunde titvun be'ela darata Aretititun lemiloi denafkin bechadrata Miromam hu elahin bekadmao vatraita Tziviv itrifan salan oraita.
We now continue with the Torah reading, beginning chapter 19 to the end of the Parshat Yitro. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. בחודש השלישי לצאת בני ישראל מארץ מצרים ביום הזה באו מדבר סיני וייסעו מרפידים ויבואו מדבר סיני ויחנו במדבר ויחן שם ישראל נגד ההר ומשה עלה אל האלוהים ויקרא אליו אדוני מן ההר לאמור כה תאמר לבית יעקב ותגיד לבני ישראל אתם ראיתם אשר עשיתי למצרים ואשא אתכם על כנפי נשרים ואביא אתכם אליי ועתה אם תשמעו בקולי ושמרתם את בריתי ויתם לי סגולה מכל עמים כי לי כל הארץ ואתם תהיו לי ממלכת כהנים וגוי קדוש. אלה הדברים אשר תדבר אל בני ישראל. Excuse me. ויבוא משה ויקרא לזקני העם וישם לפניהם את כל הדברים האלה אשר ציווהו אדוני ויענו כל העם יחדיו ויאמרו כל אשר דיבר אדוני נעשה וישב משה את דברי העם אל אדוני ויאמר אדוני אל משה הנה אנוכי בא אליך ביד וענן בבור ישמע בדברי עמך וגם בך יאמינו לעולם ויגד משה דברי העם אל אדוני ויאמר אדוני אל משה לך אל העם וקדשתם היום ומחר וחיפשו צמלותם והיו נכונים ליום השלישי כי ביום השלישי ירד אדוני העם על הר סיני. והגברת את העם סביב לאמור, ישמרו לכם עלות בהר נגוע בקצהו. כל הנוגע בהר מות יומש. לא תיגבו יד, כי סקול יסקר או ירו ירא במי מים איש לא יחיה. במשוך היובל הם ילדו בהר. וירד משה מן ההר אל העם. ויקדש את העם. ויחפשו סמלותם. ויאמר אל העם, הנה נכונים לשלוט את ימים. אל תיגשו אל אישה. ויהי ביום השלישי בהיות הבוקר, ויהי קולות וברקים וענן כבד על ההר, וקול שופר חזק מאוד, ויחרד כל העם אשר במחנה. ויוצא משה את העם לקראת אלוהים מן המחנה, ויתייצבו בתחתית ההר. וההר סיני ישן כולו מפני אשר ירד עליו אדוני באש. והיה לשנו כאש כבשן, ויחרד כל ההר מאוד. ויהי קול השופר הולך וחזק מאוד. משה ידבר ואלוהים יעננו בקול. וירד אדוני על הר סיני אל ראש ההר, ויקרא אדוני למשה אל ראש ההר, ויעל משה. ויאמר אדוני אל משה, רד העד בם. פן ילסו אל אדוני לראות, ונפל ממנו רב. וגם הכהנים הניגשים אל אדוני יתקדשו, פן יפרוץ בהם אדוני. ויאמר משה אל אדוני, לא יוכל העם לעלות אל הר סיני, כי אתה הדת בנו לאמור רק בלהר וקידשתו. ויאמר אליו אדוני, לך רד ועלית אתה ואהרון עמך והכהנים והעם, אל יהרסו לעלות אל אדוני, פן יפרוץ בם. וירד משה אל העם ויאמר עליהם. It's customary to stand when one receives the Ten Commandments or Shavuot. וידבר אלוהים את כל הדברים האלה לאמור, אנוכי אדוני אלוהיך, איך אשר הוצאתיך מארץ מצרים מבית עבדים. לא יהיה לך אלוהים אחרים על פניי, לא תעשה כל פסל וכל תמונה אשר שמיים ממעל אשר הארץ מתחת, ואשר במים מתחת לארץ. לא תשתחווה להם ולא תעבדם, כי אנוכי אדוני אלוהיך אלקנה, פוקד עוון אבות על בנים, על שלישים על רבעים לשונאי, ועושה חסד לאלפים, לא אבוי לשומרי מצוותיי. לא תישא את שם אדוני אלוהיך לשווא, כי לא ינקר אדוני את אשר יישא את שמו לשווא. זכור את יום השבת לקודשו, ששת ימים תעבוד ועשית כל מלאכתך. ביום השביעי שבת אדוני אלוהיך, לא תעשה כל מלאכת ובנך וביתך ובדך ואמתך ובהמתך וגרך אשר בשעריך. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ואת הים ואת כל אשר בם, וינח ביום השביעי. על כן וירח אדוני את יום השבת ויקדשהו. כבד את אביך ואת אמך, למען יאריכו ימיך על אדמה שאדוני אלוהיך נותן לך. לא תרצח, לא תנאף, לא תגנוב, לא תנב רעך את שקר, לא תחמד, בית רעך לא תחמד, אשת רעך, ועבדיו, ימתו, שרו וחמורו, וכל אשר לרעך, וכל העם, רואים את הקולות ואת הלפידים, ואת כל השופר ואת הרשן, וירם וינועו ויעמדו מרחוק, ויאמרו אל משה, דבר אתה עמנו ונשמע, ואל ידבר עמנו אלוהים פן נמות. ויאמר משה לעם, אל תיראו כי לבבו נשאות אתכם באלוהים, ובעבור תהיה יראתו, על פניכם לבלתי תחטאו. ויעמוד העם מרחוק, משה ניגש אל הערפל אשר שמה אלוהים. ויאמר אדוני אל משה, כה תאמר בישראל, אתם ראיתם, כי מן השמיים דיברתי עמכם, לא תעשו איתי אלוהי חסד בלי זהב, לא תעשו לכם מזבח אדמה, תעשה לי וזבחת עליו את עולותיך ואת שלומך, את צונך ואת בקריך, בכל המקום אשר אזכיר את שמי אבוא אליך וברכתיך, במזבח אבלים תעשה לי, לא תבנה תן גזית, כי חרבך הנפת עליה ותחלליה, ולא תעלה במעלות על מזבחי אשר לא תגלה לבדך עליו.
Yesh Koach, Rabbi. So a Holocaust survivor dies and ends up in heaven, gets to meet God, and tells God a Holocaust joke. God says, "That's not very funny." So the survivor says, I guess you had to be there. It's hard sometimes to convey what has happened to someone who wasn't there. We all have those inside jokes, those inside stories that you try and tell your other friends about. Oh, when we climbed the fence and there were these chickens and whatever, and it sometimes gets lost in translation. And we can't always convey what we felt, what we experienced to other people who weren't there. And that becomes very evident in this week's Haftara. We're back to Yechezkel, Ezekiel. Let's just put it this way. If you offered this Haftara to make a movie from it to famed surrealist filmmaker Guillermo del Toro, he would just be, pass. It's somewhat incomprehensible. There's these things with creatures with multiple faces and wings that cover up other wings and hands. And side note, if you ever remember the cartoon from the 1980s, the Transformers, there were these creatures called quintessons, which remarkably resembled what's described in here. If you want to Google that for yourself, I don't know what that means, but the point is, Ezekiel is trying to describe his revelation with God. He had an experience where he felt some communication from God and tried to convey that to us through his words. And I don't know. You tell me, is this a success? You read this with the four legs and the wheels, with the wheels and the eyes on the wheels, and it's I don't know. I just don't know. But whether you or I can understand exactly what happens, and I'd be surprised if anyone really, truly understands exactly what Yechezkel experienced. Maybe Salvador Dali, I don't know. But it does bring up an important point. We can't always convey our experiences to other people, and conversely, we can't always understand what other people have experienced. It's very easy to look at the news today and see people doing things that are incomprehensible to us. The saying things and performing actions, and it's very, very easy for us to jump to conclusions about what is going on inside other people's heads and what they're doing and what they're thinking or what they're not thinking. And it's super easy for us to judge people based on what we see and what we perceive and what we think they're doing. I do it all the time. You know, we only see people's actions in relationship with ourselves. We don't always see the greater story and what's going on behind the scenes. And I urge you, just as Ezekiel can be incomprehensible, the actions of others are often incomprehensible. And we can't jump to conclusions based upon just what we perceive. We must always react to people with compassion and give everyone the benefit of the doubt. And occasionally there are people who you give them the benefit of the doubt and you try to perceive the best possible reason, and it just doesn't work. And I get that, I understand that. But at least try. When you see your neighbor doing something, or someone on the television, computer, whatever, and treat them with compassion. Chag Sameach. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah, vayehi b'shloshim shana barvi'i b'chamisha lachodesh, va'ani b'toch hagola al nachar kevar, niftechu hashamayim va'er'eh mar'ot Elohim, b'chamisha lachodesh hi hashana hamishit legalut hamelech Yoyachin. Hayo haya devar Adonai el Yechezkel ben Buzi Yakohen be'eretz Kazdim al nechar kevar, vatehi alav sham yad Adonai, va'erev hinei ruach se'ara ba'a min hatzafon, anan gadol ve'esh mitlakachat, ve'noga lo saviv, umitocha ke'en ha'hashmal mitoch ha'esh, umitocha demut arba chayot ve'zemar ehen demut adam leheina, v'arba'a fanim le'echad, v'arba'a kenafayim le'echad lahem, v'raglehem regel yeshara, v'chaf raglehem ככף רגל עגל, ונוצות צצים כאין נחושת כלל, וידי אדם מתחת כנפיהם על ארבעת רבעיהם, ובניהם וכנפיהם לארבעתם. עוברות אישה אל אחותה כנפיהם, לא יסבו בלכתן איש, אל עבר פניו ילכו, ודמות פניהם פני אדם, ופני אריה אל הימין לארבעתם, ופני שור מהשמאל לארבעתן, ופני נשר לארבעתן, ופניהם וכנפיהם פרודות מלמעלה לאיש, שתיים עוברות איש, ושתיים מכסות את גוויותיהנה, ואיש אל עבר פניו ילכו, אל אשר יהיה שמה הרוח ללכת ילכו, לא יסבו בלכתן. ודמות החיות מראיהם כגחלי אש, בוערות כמראה הלפידים, היא מתהלכת בין החיות ונוגע לאש, ומן האש יוצא ברק, והחיות רצו ושוב כמראה הבזק, וערך החיות, והנה אופן אחד בארץ אצל החיות לארבעת פניו, מראה האופנים ומעשיהם כאין תרשיש, ודמות אחד לארבעתן, ומראיהם ומעשיהם כאשר יהיה האופן בתוך האופן, על ארבעת רבעיהן בלכתם ילכו, לא יסבו בלכתן, וגביהן וגובה להם, ויראה להם בגבותם, מלאות עיניים סביב לארבעתן, ובלכת החיות ילכו האופנים אצלם, ובהינשא החיות מעל הארץ ינשאו האופנים, על אשר יהיה שם הרוח ללכת ילכו, שם הרוח ללכת והאופנים ינשאו לעומתם, כי רוח החיה באופנים, בלכתם ילכו, ובעמדם יעמודו, ובהינשאם מעל הארץ ינשאו האופנים לעומתם, כי רוח החיה באופנים, ודמות הראשי חיה רקיעה, כאין הקרח הנורא, נטו על ראשיהם מלמעלה, ותחת הרקיע כנפיהם ישרות, אישה אל אחותה, לאשתיים מכסות להנה, ולאשתיים מכסות להנה את גוויותיהם, ואשמע את כל כנפיהם ככל מים רבים, ככל שדי בלכתם, kol hamulah b'kol machane be'amdam tarapena chanfehem v'kol me'al l'rakia asher al rosham be'amdam tarapena chanfehem umimal l'rakia asher al rosham Kemare even sapir demut kise ve'al demut hakise demut Kemare adam alav milmala va'ere kein chashmal Kemare ehish bet la saviv mimare motnav ulmala Umimar motnav ulmata ra'iti kemare eish v'noga lo saviv kemare hakeshet asher yeh ve'anan v'yom hageshem ken mare hanoga saviv hu Mar'e demut kevod Adonai va'erev epol apanai v'shma kol medaber v'tisaeni ruach v'shma acharai kol ra'ash gadol baruch kevod Adonai mimekomo. With that, I turn it back to Rabbi Ian Silverman. Take it away.
And a good yontif to all. Some sermon comments for the holiday of Shavuot and the reception of the Torah at Sinai. The Torah was given on the third month after 2 periods of 3 days to the third born of the third tribe of Israel, the Levite tribe, Moses' tribe, on the third mountain in the Sinai mountain range, received by a people of 3 divisions, Kohen, Levi, and Israel. He did so with Joshua and Hur, some of the way, to teach that Torah must be received and transmitted with 3. And that's why, of course, we have Gabayim, who stand next to us as we read the Torah. Why so many 3s? What can we learn from it? It could teach the value of 3. It could teach us about 3-dimensionality. It teaches us of the importance upon 3 things the world depends on: study and prayer and loving kindness. It can teach us that there are 3 types of mitzvot in the Torah that are reflected in the 10 Commandments themselves. The mitzvot of Adam Klapei Shamayim, the mitzvot of a person to God, to heaven, the mitzvot having to do with people one to another, and the mitzvot having to do with people to themselves. Adam Klapei Atzmo. The mitzvah of Shabbat and not coveting don't only relate to God and to another person alone. They relate to how we must treat ourselves, give ourselves rest, allow ourselves wonder, and spare ourselves the torment of jealousy. These are internal commandments. Adam Klapei Atzmo, yet a 3rd dimension. The Torah is 3-dimensional because it's comprised of 3 voices: the written Torah and the oral tradition, and the inner voice of evolving realities that confront it. There is then 3 spheres of Torah that allow it to thrive and to breathe. They are the literal meanings, the rabbinic interpretations of these meanings, and finally, either the mystical meanings, if you like, the deep meaning, or the deliberations of contemporary sages to bring Torah home to our own realities. Often the written word is not enough. The written word says things like, kill the Amalek people, our eternal enemies, and wipe them off the face of the earth. Or, don't marry a Moabite. Or, an eye for an eye. The rabbinic interpretation, the oral traditions, come along and soften this. There is no longer an Amalek, they said in the oral tradition, that we can identify as a result of the relocations of Nebuchadnezzar and so forth and so on, the Babylonian age, and therefore the mitzvah is completely suspended. The Moabite woman may in fact be married according to oral tradition, and that is why we have the book of Ruth to read it, to remind us of the power of the oral tradition. An eye is not really an eye for an eye, but rather it's the monetary damage value, we're told by our sages, that they arrive at as a result of the loss of sight in one eye. All of us would agree that Torah cannot be our Torah without the oral tradition informing it. The Torah Sheba'al Peh. But then there is a third sphere, and that's the sphere that allows even oral tradition to breathe. It prevents rabbinic law from rigidifying, and rabbinic edict or change can repair or address issues urgent that come to light in only that present time. It can allow the law, therefore, to be a living document. Where would Torah be and the Jewish people be if Hillel didn't make it easier and appoint somehow through this idea of prosbul, the idea of a Beit Din that would be a third party, an intermediating party between a borrower and a lender, so that on the 6th year, people could get loans and the economy wouldn't fall apart. And what would have happened if Rabbi Tzitz Eliezer and Rabbi Avram Yitzchak Kook didn't contend in the 1920s that secular Jews are not fully responsible for their decisions to break Shabbos or to have certain views about God and being no God and so forth and so on, because they were raised in a culture that bred them, that they were tinok shenishba, and therefore we should be tolerant of them. What would have happened, of course, if there would have been no tolerance? Many people would have been harmed. And where would we be if Rabbi Gershon in the 10th century didn't say, no more bigamy or polygamy, it puts Jews to shame? In a society where Christians are monogamous, I think we would be in big trouble without this three-dimensional Torah, without this informing even of the oral law to make it meet the realities of the present day. These same considerations must be used today in the face of our crises. In time of intermarriage, a Cohen should be able to marry a convert or a divorcee because having a Jewish soulmate is more important these days, of primary importance. In time of too much child abuse in Jewish community, they must bring such abusers to the attention of the authorities, in spite of old laws and oral tradition that has to do with laws of Moser, in which we worry about offering up a fellow Jew to the authorities. The harm that can come to children outweighs it today. In deference to science and psychology, we must be seeking ways to consecrate all monogamous relationships, regardless of a person's sexual orientation. And in the time of COVID-19, there must be rulings we otherwise wouldn't make because of the urgency of the hour. I'm proud of these directions because the Torah, as all legal systems, needs to be three-dimensional, a breathing document. When the Torah was given, we learned that Moshe Yidaber Velokim Yanenu Bekol, that Moses would speak and God would answer in a voice, God would answer in thunder. Of course, is how it's generally translated, but comes a beautiful interpretation that says, no, God would answer in the voice of Moshe. Everyone receiving the Torah, in a sense, is answered in their own voice. Therefore, we have a Torah that consists of the thunder of God and the power of God's will, and we have a Torah that's made up of the voice of tradition, and we have a Torah that's inclusive enough of our contemporary voice and voices as well. And so we understand reasons why the number 3 is so important at Sinai. 3 things that the world stands on, 3 types of mitzvot, and the 3-dimensionality of the voice of Torah. May it continue to echo in these 3 dimensions in the present and the future before us. May we go from strength to strength as we carry it proudly through time. Chut mishulash lo yunatek, we're told. A 3-stranded rope cannot be severed, and that is what our Torah is. And to that we say, Amen. Good Yontif to all. Thank you for giving me your ear for that sermon. Special to the second day of the book of Shavuot is a reading from Ketuvim, from the hagiographic section of the Tanakh. As you know, the Tanakh is Torah, Nevi'im, which is prophets, which are much of our Haftara is comprised of, and Ketuvim, which we don't read too much of, except for, of course, in our Tefillah, in the book of Psalms and so forth. Esther, we read on Purim and so forth. But 4 times a year, in special holidays, Shavuot included, we have a reading from the Ketuvim, and this one is from the book of Ruth, a beautiful and lyric writing having to do with a Moabite woman, who comes to be part of the people of Israel and opts into a destiny of being a Jew. There are a number of reasons why we read the book of Ruth on Shavuot. Shavuot is Chag HaKatzir, a harvest of barley and first fruits. And on some level, the book contains episodes of Ruth gathering at the time of gleanings in the field. 2, Shavuot is a time in which we hitch our wagon to God, and we, as it were, and declare ourselves the bride in a reception of a ketubah, the 10 Commandments. And Ruth declares her allegiance first to Naomi by saying, "Your people shall be my people, your God, my God. And where you go, shall I go. And where you lie and you die, so shall I." And then she declares her allegiance to Boaz, and one day will lead to yet another covenant, one of kingship, in which King David shall be born into that family line. 3, Shavuot is a time we receive the Torah Shebektav and the Torah Shebal Peh, the Torah of the written Torah and also the oral one. And the book of Ruth reminds us of the power of the oral tradition, Torah Shebal Peh, which says that we are allowed to, in fact, wed Moabite and Ammonite women. And the Torah, even though doesn't say that, it is in fact how we hold. Number 4, the reception of Torah is not due to our being superior per se. It was rather due to our being tenacious and resolved to go beyond ourselves. The people raised themselves from slavery to say Na'aseh v'nishma. Their willingness was the reason that they were selected. They selected themselves, in a sense, self-selected. So it is with Ruth. From the Moabite people, which began with Lot's indiscretion with his daughters, if you remember, Ruth rose and transcended her flawed origins by her decisions and by the brave actions that she took. And so too Boaz. He came from an indiscreet origins of Judah and Tamar. If you remember that story, the book of Genesis, a story in which Judah and his daughter-in-law, in fact, required him to marry her. But he transcended his complacency and the trouble that it would take to take Ruth as his wife. He resolved that it was the right and the proper thing to do. And as a result of that bond, would develop into a family from which, as I said before, would emerge the line of the Davidic kingdom. The book teaches us, like the reception of the Torah, that we were made great by our own choices and not self-selected for great things because of superiority. I now call upon our Chazan to chant from the first chapter of the book of Ruth.
Vayehi b'mei shefot hashofetim v'ira ba'aretz vayelech ish mi beit lechem Yehuda lagur b'snei Moav u'bishto u'shnei banav v'shem ha'ish Elimelech v'shem ishto Naomi v'shem shnei banav Machlon v'chilyon Efratim mi Beit Lechem Yehuda v'yavos te Moav v'yusham
ויאמרת למלך איש נעמי, ותישאר היא ושני בניך. ויסעו עליהם נשים מואביות, שם האחד עורפה ושם השנית רות, וישבו שם כ10 שנים. וימותו גם שניהם מחלון וכליון, ותישאר האישה משני ילדיך ומאישה. ותקום היא וכלותיה, ותשב משדה מואב, כי שמעה בשדה מואב, כי פקד אדוני את עמו לתת להם לחם. ותצא מן המקום אשר הייתה שמה, ושתי כלותיך עמה, ותלכנה בדרך לשוב אל ארץ יהודה. ותאמר נעמי לשתי כלותיך, לך נא שובנה אישה לבית אמך. יעש אדוני עמכם חסד, כאשר עשיתם עם המתים בעמדי. ייתן אדוני לכם ומצאנה מנוחה אישה ותשח, ותשק להם, ותישאנה קולן, ותבכנה, ותאמרנה לך, כי איתך נשוב לעמך. ותאמר נעמי, שוב נא בנותיי, למה תלכנה עמי? עוד לי בנים במאי, והיו לכם לאנשים. שוב נא בנותיי, לך נא, כי זקנתי מאוד לאיש. כי אמרתי יש לי תקווה, גם היית הלילה לאיש, וגם ילדתי בנים. עליהן תסברנה עד אשר יגדלו, עליהן תהגנה לבלתי היות לאיש. על בנותיי, כי מר לי מאוד מכס, כי עצבי יד אדוני. ותישאנה קולן, ותבכנה עוד, ותשק עורפה לחמותה, ורות דבקה בה. ותאמר הנה שבה יבימתך אל עמה ואל אלוהיך, שובי אחרי יבימתך. ותאמר רות אל תפגעי בי, לעזבך לשוב מאחרייך, כי אל אשר תלכי אלך, ובאשר תליני אלין, עמך עמי ואלוהייך אלוהי. באשר תמותי אמות, ושם אקבר. כה יעשה אדוני לי וכה יוסיף, כי המוות יפריד ביני ובינך. ותראה כי מתאמצת היא ללכת איתה, ותחדל לדבר אליך, ותלכנה שתיהם ad boana bet lachem vayi kevoana bet lechem vatehom kol ha'ir alehem vatomarna hazot nomi vatomer alehem al tikrena li naomi kirena li mara ki emar shaddai li meod hanim leah halachti v'rekam heshivani Adonai lama tikrena li nomi v'Adonai anavi v'shaddai herali v'tashav nomi v'Ruth Moaviyah chalata ima hashava misde Moav ve'ema ba'u bet lechem bitkilat ketzir seorim.
Where'd he go? Oh, I'm right here. We conclude with Yigdal today. The melody will be from Akdamut, so if you skip that part from before, I don't blame you. But you get to hear the melody again on Yigdal, page 53.
Yigdal Elohim chai ve'yishtabach nimtzav yenet el mitziuto echad ben yachid keyechudo ne'elam ben gamen sof le'achduto en lo demut haguf ve'eno guf lo na'aroch elav kedushato kadmon lechol davar asher nivra rishon v'en reshit le'reshito hino adon olam v'chol notzar yoreg dulato malchuto shefa nevuato netano elan segulato ve'tif arto lo kam b'Yisrael kimo she'od Navi umabit et emunato Torat emet natan le'amoel Ayad nevi o ne'eman beto Lo yachal Yifa'el ve'lo yamir dato Le'olamim lezulato Sofer ve'yodea setareno Mabit lesof davar bekadmato Gomel ish chesed kemif'alo Noten l'rashara kerish ato Yishlach leketz yamin meshichenu Liftot mechakeket Yeshuato Metim yechaye'el berov chazdo Baruch adei ad shem tehilato Metim yechaye'el berov chazdo Baruch adei ad shem tehilato. Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach. See you all next week. We're no longer counting the Omer, but we're still counting the days until we see you again. Bye.
That's it.